Welcome to D.
Swing and miss in the World Series Game 7 winning Curly W is in the books. Dagger! It's 1974. The Washington Capitals are the 2018 Stanley Cup champions.
Don't like that. I like that.
You gotta like that, right?
Despite all this, despite the churn, my approval ratings keep going up.
We are ready to give our 500% support back to this franchise, back to this city, back to this team after Snyder leaves. And then this is the boo-boo you put on the field.
For the very first time, the Washington Mystics are WNBA champions.
The Washington Commanders select Jaden Daniels.
I'm going to support fake teams that can't ruin my life.
Did you call bank? I'll call Dave.
Thank you. Sorry to keep you waiting. Complicated business.
You go tell him, Mr. President. Never been more fitting between the Olympics and actual real-world happenings. USA. My name is Joe. That is FP on mic number 2. Say hello, FP.
Hello.
Episode 374. Oh, that's a little bit of rough audio. Sorry about that. 374 of the DTC podcast. Thank you so much for making time and hanging out with us. FP, we are firmly into the off season. Does it feel like the off season to you?
Yeah. I mean, when I start my night with the Wizards, waiting for the Caps puck drop.
Oh.
Yeah, that's the telling sign right there.
We are officially into March sadness, as heard here for the first time. I think that, listen, that's a Joe original phrase. I need to make merch. March sadness is legit. It's the first month, for those that aren't following, it's the first month of no NFL. And everybody hard selling on college basketball is amazing and the tournament. I'm past the part of my life, FP, where I need 4 screens to watch basketball. I can't do it anymore.
Yeah, it's only worth it when you're skipping classes for it, or you're sitting at work and everybody has like the office board up with all the games and nobody's actually working. But life's not like that anymore.
Or if you're sitting at ESPN Zone, just eating
RIP ESPN Zone, man.
Right. Or like, I mean, what's the equivalent now? Like a Dave and Buster's type deal? Like
Yard House.
Like where are you going to just sit and watch? I mean, ESPN was cool because it was like the wall, right?
Yeah.
Like, I didn't know we were doing nostalgia hour here, but like it was just like the wall of the the projector, flat TV, whatever things, and you'd sit in the lazy boys. It like you didn't even have to look at your friends. Everybody just kind of sat next to each other and watched the wall. It's pretty cool.
I feel like all millennial men tried to basically replicate ESPN Zone in their basement.
In their basements. Yeah. We're still doing that.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, it's like board games, right? Or like the not Dungeons and Dragons. What's the other one? Is it
World of Warcraft?
Well, that one, yeah. Like it's like before you discover girls, you're very into that, right? Then you take a break, and then you come back to it as an adult with disposable income, and you're really into it again.
Yeah.
Kind of what happens with sports, I feel like too, right? Like you kind of are all in on the sports, right? Then you go kind of like have a life, and then eventually when life gets a little bit mundane, you come back to the sports and you have the disposable income to do 80
the TVs, the memorabilia, the Ovechkin stick, the framed jerseys, all of it.
Well, yeah, I mean, are we? Listen, in the spirit of being, I don't want to be called a hypocrite here. Are we not in a gaming phase right now? I think I'm firmly in a gaming phase. It's one game, right? It's one game, but I went a solid 10 years with no games.
It might be more than one game. I think I just re-upped my Game Pass thing, and now I get to do all the games because I was like, it's the off season. Well, I need something to do at night. Yeah.
Hey, I'll play FIFA with you. FIFA.
Let's do it. FIFA, Madden, all of it.
Yes. The NBA game though, that one's a little. I want to play NBA video games, but they're all terrible. They're just always terrible. There's too many buttons, too many combinations.
Like, NBA Jam 95 is all you need.
Madden I can stick with. You could put it in arcade mode, right? It's one button throws, one button runs, one button, jumps or whatever it is. Like that's enough for me. But I honestly I don't know where to start. I mean, we here in DC, you were traveling. Welcome back.
Yes.
So you got home safely. More snow. Like, where are we with the snow?
I
I'm done with
refuse
snow.
to call what we got this weekend snow.
You don't have kids. If it alters your life and your schedule and your plans, it's snow.
It's very beta of whoever the decision maker was to do a 2-hour delay for slush that
Hey.
melted immediately.
Hey, listen, we never took a vow of no politics on this show. So I'm just going to say it. Keep voting blue. Keep voting blue. Keep voting for these losers that shut down the school system every time it's overcast. Okay. Yeah. In China and in India and in Russia and everywhere else around the world, the kids are going to school, damn it. Only
I
here.
specifically
Only
remember growing up and being worried that my Tims would get messed up walking through the snow, ironically enough. And we used to buy waterproof spray for
Yeah.
our hats and our boots and
That's right.
everything.
That's right. And
Not
your
a
feet
thing
were
anymore.
wet because there was no air flowing through because it basically turned them into plastic.
Exactly.
Yeah, but you know what? Maybe don't go to school in flip flops. Maybe
Yeah.
wear some pants. Maybe put on some jeans. All right. Maybe don't go to school in sweatpants and socks and flip flops.
You sound
We
like
don't have a problem.
Tampa International Airport. Did you see that?
No.
They like put out a Instagram release or whatever saying like we're the airport of no Crocs, and now they're trying to tackle to be the airport of no pajamas.
You know what? I'm for it. I'm
Yeah,
for it.
me too.
Air travel here. Apparently, it's going to be hot take. Episode 374 is going to be hot takes. Air travel, it's too affordable. It needs to be more expensive.
No.
Too many people can access an airplane. I'm sorry. It needs
Yes,
to be more
I agree.
expensive. It needs to
Yeah.
be more expensive.
And I don't like how many people are very cavalier and free about bringing in their stinky ass fast food, whatever they bought in the terminal food, and the entire plane stinks it up. I can't do that.
I want to be with you on this, but I'm that guy. Like I will not. I can't just sit there and not eat, and I will not pay for a
No,
snack,
you
a
buy.
lunch. I will not pay for lunch.
You either pack your own snacks or you bring in food that doesn't alter the smell of the entire airplane. Get your chips, get your fruit snacks, get your gummy bears. Don't come in with Popeyes or like a Nashville hot chicken sandwich and fries and coleslaw.
Well, what do they have in the Dulles Terminal C that we are obsessed with?
Potbelly.
Potbelly. And what sandwich do we love?
The tuna. I will never take a tuna onto an airplane, Joe. I will eat it at the gate.
Ask me how many
No,
sandwiches
Joe.
I've taken on an
No,
airplane.
that's heating up fish in the break room at
and
work.
I can't.
Bad.
I wait for that check engine light or
Oh my
not check engine light.
goodness.
Stupid. What's the seatbelt sign?
Seatbelt off.
Second it's off, I lower that tray. I mean, I'm in like a 5-star restaurant. I get a set of napkins. I roll out the napkins on the tray because I'm not touching that disgusting tray. I open my sandwich with tuna and hot peppers. I go to town. I love it.
evil. No, that's
love it.
diabolical.
I said,
You can't do that.
you probably you don't want to sit next to me. Except if you were sitting next to me, you might be upset with me for a second. But what would you do after that?
Ask for a bite.
Yeah, you take a big bite.
Sure.
You take half the sandwich, right? It's a shape you're comfortable with, right? It's a big hog. Like, give me.
Whoa.
Yeah, because why? Because it's always double tuna, double hot peppers. That's the way to make.
I mean, it's a delicious sandwich, but you don't eat it on a plane. You can't. You can't be the stinky guy on the plane.
I can't see a potbelly. Like if I see a potbelly, I'm inclined to go to the potbelly. If I go in the potbelly, it's the only thing I'm ordering. I don't care what season it is. I don't care if it's 100 degrees or 5 degrees outside. That's the only thing I want to eat from potbelly. That's it.
I can't be on board with stinky food on a plane.
I don't know how we got on this topic, but I remember. Yeah, they need all airfare needs to be raised significantly. People used to fly in suits. Okay,
Yeah.
bring that era back. How about you?
I'm also
how about you don't look homeless when you get on an airplane.
I'm also like you're not gonna agree with me on this one either, but being a bigger guy in nature, when you're 6'2" and 350 pounds and you're just like a big presence, I can't walk around in sweatpants because it immediately looks like that big guy, like he gave up on life. There's no clean way to rock sweatpants in public unless I'm walking to the gym. Like
Yeah.
I can't walk around in sweatpants because it just looks like I've completely.
But it's
Athleisure wear doesn't work for big people,
But you're an
and
adult.
pajamas shouldn't be out in public.
Pajamas shouldn't be out in public. No open-toed shoes on an airplane.
I can only
In the
imagine
event
what
of an
like, high
emergency,
schools look
I don't
like
want
this
your
day.
disgusting toes in my face.
Yes, I agree.
I don't like you're telling me I can't eat my tuna. I don't want to look at your feet.
Fair. If there's feet on the plane, feel free to eat your tuna. I guess that's fair.
Well, my whole point is airfare is too affordable. It needs to be more expensive. We got to weed out the people that don't belong. I'm sorry. You have
Or
access.
bring back real different classes on plane. Give me a first class, a real business class, a real premium economy, and
You know what?
use
This is better.
curtains again.
Yeah.
Separate the
Actually,
schlubs.
I want a hard partition between.
I'll take it.
Floors.
Separate
want
the
a hard
schlubs.
partition.
Let
You
me
know what?
feel
This is an
better
excellent
than you.
AFP. You don't have to get rid of them, right? Them, air quotes. Just reverse it so that the majority of the seats are for refined individuals, and then like just literally flip it instead of like 6,
Yes.
upper cabin seats and like 500 of the others. Do it the other way. Have
Yes.
100 awesome seats,
I like it.
like 20, and they can just stand in the back, like just stand.
Make me
General
comfortable
admission.
because I will pay for it and make it premiere for me.
Yeah,
Yeah,
well, look,
and
is that
put
not the
7
model?
rows of standing fake seats,
Move.
bicycle chairs
You
in
know
the
what?
back.
You and I are about to fix air travel. We're gonna have an expanded. We're gonna have an expanded first class cabin. We are gonna move the kitchen area from the aft. We're gonna bring it to the center.
Yes.
Okay,
That's your
so
dividing point.
that's the divider. We we will meet the others in the middle, right? In like neutral, like that becomes the DMZ. We
Yes.
meet in the DMZ. We can exchange pleasantries. We can grab our snacks and our whatever, right? They pay for them. We don't. And then we go back to
I
our.
like it. It's honestly
We
perfect.
just fixed air travel. DTC just fixed air travel.
You're welcome, world.
Would it not be a more pleasant? I would pay more for that airplane.
Absolutely. First
Yeah.
of all, listen.
Don't charge me to bring my bags on because I will pay. I will gladly pay for a better seat and then give me my bags for free.
This is my biggest complaint that I have right now. I got upgraded on my flight home. Upgraded.
Yeah.
To seat 1D, very very front.
Give
I
me the
always sit.
model of plane. Were you
I
on
always.
RJ?
It was I think it was like a 737.
Okay.
It was a smaller plane,
Narrow
but I always go right side of plane, left like aisle seat, so that my left leg is out. That is my preferred.
Okay,
seat.
hold on. Is this a diehard thing? Is this in
No.
the event of an event?
No, this is just I like my left leg kicked out. It's easier for me to stretch and be comfy.
Okay.
That's all it comes down to.
You're sure this is not a diehard thing?
It's not a
lefty.
diehard.
You're a lefty, right? Or you're right?
I am a lefty.
Yeah. So you want your dominant arm in a position where you could grab somebody and wrestle them.
Yeah, fair.
So
fair.
there is a diehard component
A
here.
little bit.
Just
But it's
in
more
case.
more so comfort. But I got upgraded.
Just to be clear, you want to be ready in case the air marshal taps you on the shoulder and says it's go time.
It's go time. Yeah. If
You need
Idris
your
Alba
left-
if Idris Alba's on the plane and he's like, I need you
Hey,
to help me with this hijacking, I'm like, I got you.
Yeah. Like you want to be ready with your dominant arm and your dominant leg.
There's no
It's
way I
fast.
would have my dominant arm touching the middle row. No. You're
can't.
handicapping yourself.
Well, this is exactly why I like to sit on the left aisle
Right.
so that I can quickly be called into action,
Maneuver.
respond with the right. But continue.
I got put into row 1D, and you think, okay, front of the plane, first one on, first one off, great. But it's the smaller seat with nothing in front of you, so you have the tray. You have the tray arm slots.
Can't do it.
So your seat gets significantly
Even
skinnier.
smaller. Yeah.
My
No overhead either, right? No overhead.
look, you get overhead for your carry-on, but then you're also forced to
toiletry bag.
overhead your backpack. So there's no backpack in front of me. I can't access my headphones, my charger, my snacks, anything. So really, it was the worst seat on the plane.
Downgrade. You got to
I
see.
got downgraded.
Yeah.
Terrible. It was a terrible experience. I had my feet kicked all the way up on the wall so that my ass could fit in the seat comfortably. It was terrible. It was the worst.
You're right. Actually, this is a seat downgrade. You should have just gone up to the gate agent.
And if you look at like how much it would be if I wanted to book that seat off the jump, $80 additional.
I mean, that's not so bad. But why would you take it?
Why am I paying $80 for the worst seat?
Or a worse seat?
Row 2 is better than row 1.
I mean, to be able to escape very quickly.
Row 2 is significantly better than row 1.
When you are, I hear you, but when you are in a position, when you're buying like your ticket, or let's say you get with this upgrade, that's a good example. Are you last to board, first to exit, or are you first to board, first to exit?
It depends on how full the flight is. I want to make sure that my carry-on is in my overhead cabin space,
Area.
and I don't want to risk people
Very
putting
interesting.
putting junk up there, and all of a sudden my carry-on is 3 rows behind me. I want it on top of me. But if it's an emptier flight, like if you check and you see like it's not that full of a flight, I would much rather sit in the lounge, board the plane almost last.
As a solo traveler, I will be the last person on the plane.
That's another thing you should do to fix your while we fix flying is you should load from the back to the front.
Yes, pours first.
Yes.
Pours first. Also, United is totally messed up now. Everybody's group 1 or 2.
That makes no sense.
Yeah, I literally everybody just walks in. At this point, everybody, this is what I'm saying. Airfare is too affordable. Everybody has access to the same credit card with $1,000 fee that they spend on irresponsibly, whether it's the Amex or one of the United ones, right? Everybody has access to the same stuff. I need my own stuff. I need stuff that the normies can't access.
Yes.
I want
reward me for being better than the others. It's very simple.
Yeah, exactly. Right. But yes, not loading the plane. Like if you're in group 6 or 5, no carry-on bags. You just go and you sit, and that's
you should automatically be forced.
In fact, take the seats out. Just go stand in the back. It's just standing room only, right? We strap you to the floor. You put your feet in like little things. You get a rail. You just stand.
Yeah, metro style. Go for it.
Right, but I just think airfare, right? And then if you're in like 3 or 4, you load after them. But it should be rear to front, or open the rear door and load the normies from the back. Like, why are we all loading from the front? Put them through the back. Like,
I agree.
There's 2 doors. Put them in the back. Like, why? Yeah, this whole thing, like, it's too affordable. Airfare needs to be more expensive, and frankly, like, it's time. Like, you want to go cross country and you can't afford the airfare? Okay, there's a bus, there's a train, you can rent a car. Like, there's other ways for you to get there, right? I don't know when airfare became a human right. I
agree.
Well, I'm an American. I get to travel for $400 cross country. No, you don't. Sorry. Doesn't work that way.
I'm 100% on board with this.
Yeah. I mean, there can be, there will always be a place for like Frontier and Southwest, right? They can do whatever they want, but like proper airlines, or maybe that's what we need to do. Maybe we just need our own airline, right? I mean, we charge you more and you have a better experience. Once you buy this seat on our flight, like you get like a, not like a personal person, whatever, but like we don't charge you for anything. You just come on board and we have snacks, good snacks.
Yeah. If I could pay for that, whatever that membership would be. Yes.
Yeah. Sign me up too. I don't know how
it's like private jet junior. Like, let me get private jet perks. Not paying for a private jet.
Can I tell you, I did something pretty cool. I'm not gonna out exactly, but I did something pretty cool over the weekend. But by the way, it snowed on Monday or Sunday night or whatever day it was. But the day before it was
Sunday night.
Yeah. On Sunday, I actually went flying.
Really?
We have a friend who is in the process of becoming a pilot.
They took you up.
Yeah, he gave me a call. He's like, I'm flying from X airport out to the Bay Bridge. I'm like, well, let's go do it. It's cool. Except I forgot how small those planes were.
Yes.
And how bumpy.
Yes.
And the vertigo and the motion sickness. I was like,
but if it's the same person that I think it is, whenever they make the decision to purchase, it will be a nicer one.
Yeah, and we'll never see them again. Like, I'm so happy for him. But like it was an awesome experience. And honestly, I got to drive the Roadster out. I got to drive the Roadster back. Like, it was a great just day. But it reminded me of like this like Geo Metro with wings that I'm sitting in costs several millions of dollars.
Yeah.
And it seats 4 like Americans. Somehow it actually seats 6, but it's 4. Or sorry, 5, but it's actually 4. But this is how people like like you and I go get in our car and drive to somewhere.
Yeah, they just drive to an airstrip and they go wherever they want.
They just fly. They fly to the Bay Bridge. They land. They park their plane. They walk. I mean, you could see it on approach. We could see the crab shack. They eat and then they fly back. Like, wild to me, man. Wild. It was really cool. It was a cool experience. But
it's awesome.
But the shakies, man. Oof, like it's. I'm not a small plane guy. I got to be honest. I'm not just
preaching to the choir.
Yeah, I mean, it was. And he's sitting there doing math, and he's like, "What's your estimated weight, and how much weight is in your bag?" I'm like, "Oh my God, no, I can't do this. I can't do this." But I don't know how we ended up fixing airfare or air travel, but
I don't know, but I want the perks of landman. I want to be able to just drive to the airstrip whenever I want, get on a PJ, do whatever I want.
Yeah, I mean, this is the way. This is the way we're trending. I think FP a DTC, a
Let's do it.
1/10 share of a jet, like a
I'm
1/10
ready.
of a tenth, right? Of a jet that we can use for show purposes, of course. But what do you want to start with? I mean, there was I saw one thing that made me think of you over the weekend. Did you see the shenanigans with the pace cars? There's no pace cars in F1, right?
There is pace cars. Yeah.
Okay.
It's more when there's a yellow or red flag.
Yeah, there was. The season starts this week with
this
daylight
weekend.
savings.
Yeah.
So
The Australian GP.
I will be watching. Okay, I don't exactly know how much I will tune in for, right? But I promised you I would check it out. I will check it out.
You got to do at least do the first 4 episodes of Drive to Survive. That's it. Cuz you'll get you'll get everything you need
season.
Of the current season. The first 4 episodes,
right,
you'll get all the drama you need about the rookies, about McLaren,
how long
about
is it
Mercedes, and about Red Bull.
How long
they're an hour, but it's something where you can 75% pay attention to, and you'll get the gist of it. And you'll know when to look up.
I will look into this. I will see if I can knock one out tonight before I pass out. But the pace car stories that made me chuckle and think of you, because on the Indy circuit, the Corvette pace car crashed coming out of turn 2. Looks like he just hit the accelerator at the wrong. Something happened, man. He put it in the wall. But then the funnier pace car story, I don't know if you saw this. There was a qualifying world championship open road marathon. Okay, it's a race. It's a marathon. Like, everybody's running. There's a pace car that basically just drives slowly in front of the leaders of the foot race or of the marathon, and you just kind of follow the pace car. The person, Jess McCain, I think is her name, McCain something. She was in the lead from tape to tape with 1.5 miles left in the race, and there was a bunch on the line. There was like a $20,000 purse, automatic entrance into some other tournament or whatever. Like, it's a big deal that she wins this, and she was comfortably out in front. She goes from 1st to 9th because the pace car got lost. And she just followed the pace car 2 miles off course.
I don't know how that happens.
How does that happen? How do you let the pace car go 2 miles?
Was she following the pace car off? Like it was done pacing and it was driving off the track?
No, the pace car driver admitted they got lost. It's like an episode of The Office. Like,
yeah, that's crazy.
It's bananas. The pace car got lost and took the top 3 runners off the podium. FP.
Hey,
and not only that, the worst part of this whole story for people like you and me, they had to run an extra 4 miles to finish because they ran 2 miles out of the way, and then they had to run 2 miles back.
Yeah, no, I could never do that.
No, but it made me think of you either way. Like, it's just a funny pace car story. But I don't know. What do you want to talk about? We got NFL Tag Day. My Instagram algo is now broken because of the shenanigans in the Middle East and with Iran. I actually love to get into that topic. I know some people just tune that stuff out, but maybe we save that to the end. But did we talk Tag Day here? Do we talk about there was one other thing before I think I'm assuming you want to go NFL Tag Day.
Yeah.
Can we just take one moment to appreciate the Atlanta Hawks? Just one moment.
That stat that you posted.
I'm gonna pull it up because it is the wildest thing I have seen in a long, long time.
Yeah.
The Atlanta Hawks are not only 31-31 over their last 62 games, they're 45-45 in their last 90, 67-67 in their last 134, 210-210 in their last 420, 1940-1940 in their last 3,880, and 2,895 wins and losses. Dead equal in their last 5,790 games. How does anyone achieve that? How do you do that?
You get coached by Jay Gruden.
for an eternity, for 2
I don't know.
decades.
Kirk Cousins is your quarterback.
How, like, honestly, how do you achieve a perfect 500? Like, it's a perfect 500. Perfect for
The
eons.
question is that impressive or is that not impressive?
No, I think it's impressive because listen, I think the quick snap thought is they suck. I would disagree. I think to be dead even like that for this long actually tells me you have management that isn't interested in winning, but they're definitely not allowing the team to lose.
That's the Dallas Cowboys syndrome.
Well, but I'm saying, like, as a fan, like, there's a 50-50 chance I go, like, just think of it very simplistically.
Yeah.
There's a 50-50 chance every Atlanta Hawks game I go to, they're going to win. Like, legit, based on numbers. It's not like roulette where they just flash a bunch of numbers on the screen and tell you.
Yeah, I mean, if you're a Wizards fan, you would take a 1 in 2 chance of watching a win.
It's exactly where I was going with this. If I, as a Wizards fan, I would love a 50-50 toss-up every time they step on the court. Do we have that now?
No.
It's not even close. We're like a 20-80 situation. We
Yeah.
lose 80% of the time. No, I actually think there's a lot of there's a bonus or a benefit to being dead 500.
Yeah, I mean, unless you actually care about the team and success and wanting to see.
Well, I mean, but that's debatable at that point, right? I mean, they just traded us Trae Young. I think he's going to suit up this week. Did I see that?
He got ejected yesterday in street clothes, which is wild.
Yeah,
They ejected a non-dressed player.
Yeah, I don't know what that's about, but maybe he just wasn't ready to return. Like maybe there was.
I guess, but yeah, I think Thursday night he's at least going to be dressed.
Yeah,
I don't know if he will actually play,
but that's good for us. I think we don't want to get hit with the fines of the official tanking, right? But,
right.
Get him out there. Let's see what he's got. Whatever. I'm still bullish on the Wiz and what they've done here. Are you still buying kind of the AD, the Trae, the pieces, the addition here that they've made, the additions?
Yeah, I think it's going to be very, very fun to watch. And I actually, part of me, I'm still torn on AD, and I think the group chat is torn on AD too. And if he's actually going to play and what version of AD you get, but if you get a healthy AD, even if it's for a quarter of the season, it'll be very intriguing to see AD with Sar, with both Trays, with Bilal, with everybody, with all the pieces put together to see how competitive that team can look. And I think it'll get to the point where I want to see the competitiveness come out. And then you get to play the what ifs. Be like, okay, well then if we ditch AD and we get somebody else, and
yeah, I'm still buying it too. I think AD is hungry for. This is kind of what I think. This is what he needs, like from a career reset perspective, right? He came up in a small market. He was in the limelight for basically a decade. He had the weight of a ton of expectation. I mean, his contract is terrible, but he had a ton of expectation on his shoulder, being traded for the next big thing. Like he's forever linked to the Luka trade, which is just a complete disaster for him and for the Mavericks. DC's not that. Like DC
you can go under the radar, and he needs to go under the radar.
Yes. He can be under the radar here, similar to how his career started. And he could even play every other game and still really benefit the team here, right? They're young guys and they're trying to learn how to be pros. The idea of him and Sar on the court at the same time, like we really haven't seen like two legit big men like this really since Duncan Robinson, man. Like one is an actual center who's going to play under the basket, and one has the ability to stretch. Right, both can block both can stuff you, both can rock the rim. Like it's just a really interesting combination. And there's still good bench depth there. I'm still very much on Team Bub. We'll see if he can kind of find his groove here.
Yeah, and Bilal is slowly becoming
reliable,
prime to be your number 2.
Yeah, he's slowly becoming reliable. Yeah, I mean, you see a team like Detroit is desperate for a second scorer. The Wiz have 2, 3, 4 scorers that just share the ball, right? And it's, I don't want to jinx them, but at times it feels like the early John Wall, Bradley Beal, Otto Porter, Kelly Oubre team.
Very, very stacked weapons, but this is also a team that can also dominate
Yes.
defensively.
And it always pains me to think about that team in particular, because had they been able to resist the egos and just kind of keep it in place, that was a really good roster. Like, it really was, with Gortat playing center.
Yeah, I mean, you were a solid 4-5 seed. 4 was a stretch. A 5-6 seed for sure.
Yeah,
Easily.
and they added a vet in like a Paul Pierce, right? The
Mm-hmm.
one season, and you could see, like, oh my goodness, like this is it. Like,
The
this team,
foundation was there.
and it's just a shame that they couldn't keep that roster together. Otto flamed out, Oubre flamed out, everybody flamed out.
Yeah.
But for whatever reason they worked here. And if you go before them another 5-6 years, like post Gill, right? Or even parts of the Gill era, right? Antoine Jameson, Larry Hughes, I'm blanking on some of the others.
Yeah. If you never had the shenanigan gun locker room situation,
Yeah.
and you got to ride that out for another season or two.
Matt and I had a huge throwdown about a month ago in the chat about, his love of Steph Curry and my challenge of, this idea that Steph is the greatest to ever play point guard, right? And one of the names that came up, that there was two in particular that I don't think he had an answer for. Allen Iverson, which people just conveniently forget, did everything amazing, to the point where when you took away his crossover, he was still dominating people. In the league. You take away Steph's 3-point shot, he's still a very good point guard, but he's not what he like. The league took away everybody defended the crossover. Iverson still killed everybody.
Mm-hmm.
And the other name that everybody kind of snickered is Gill. Gill was he could get 50, 60 points without breaking a sweat. Easy.
Yeah, I mean, the problem with Gill is he got in his own way.
Insane. He was insane.
Yeah.
But that's the problem with Gill. But
Still is.
I'm excited still to see what the Wizards kind of do, and it'll be exciting to see Trey finally take the court. But I do want to spend some time here. I don't know how long we're going to go here, FP, but I want to talk about NFL Tag Day. Like, this is, it's been long documented. Like, we get on the NFL because they turn everything into like the pageantry of the off season. Kirk was officially released. I don't know if he's signed anywhere or if he's going to get signed, somewhere. I think you were saying maybe he goes back to the Vikings. I don't see it happening personally, but
No.
He's a free agent. Like, he's going to sign somewhere. But there was a good list of players that got tagged. What's his face on the Jets, the running back,
Kenneth Walker.
Not Kenneth Walker, Brees Hall on the Jets. Brees Hall.
Yeah. Brees
Hall got tagged. There were some others that got tagged, but there was a bunch, and one in particular, very notable, that did not get tagged, that the Commanders should be all over. I think we're going to say the same name here. Although you may have leaked it, you were thinking Kenneth Walker. I'm not. I'm thinking about a defensive end personally.
Hendrickson.
I like Trey very much.
Yes.
Very, very.
And if he comes in affordable, I would take the flyer on him recovering from injury over overpaying for like a Max Crosby.
Yeah, and this is interesting because affordable at this point, at like today, sitting here on Tag Day, affordable would be less than the tag, right?
Yes.
Right, because basically the Bengals said we're not going to pay you the average of the top 3 at your position, right? Like, I mean, that's kind of how it works, right? So he can't be worth the average of the top 3 at his position because the team that has his rights basically isn't willing to do it.
Right.
So it's unlikely that somebody gets.
But he can play as good as the top 3 in that position as we saw last season.
He can, although he does miss time. Although he did miss some time, right? So, he is an interesting one. Alec Pierce, I don't really have any interest in him. Travis Etienne.
Alec Pierce would be a great addition to that wide receiver room.
He does exactly what Terry does. Alec Pierce is going to run the go route.
Yeah, but the thing is, if you bring in Alec Pierce now, because he's young, you're essentially future-proofing for when Terry's out in a season or 2.
Is he Pierre Garçon good?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
I think so. I think he plays really, really well. And if you give him a Jaden, yeah.
That surprises me. What about, are you between Kenneth Walker and Travis Etienne? I kind of like Etienne more for what the Skins want to do. I know you're a Walker guy though.
Etienne's gonna be a little more gimmicky. I want more hard-nosed running.
Yeah,
and I think you get that from Walker. And I think Bill can be your gimmicky, break it loose running back
That's fair.
if he has a Walker.
That being said, though, I don't want them to spend on any running back. Like me personally, I don't want them.
Well, no, I would rather spend. We said it. I would rather spend on a mid to mid high tier running back instead of wasting a draft pick on a running back.
Yeah, I agree with that. I mean, they did cut Marshawn Lattimore, so like clearly they're gonna be addressing cornerback. I'm not surprised that they cut him. This is not a shot at him. I've taken many shots over the last 100 episodes at Marshawn Lattimore. I'm not taking one here. It does suck that they're letting him go basically while he's injured, or recovering from
I
injury.
mean, if anything, it should be a shot at AP, and I won't glaze him that was a miss through.
It was a miss at the time. It was. I mean, it was a calculated gamble.
Yeah.
Like trading some picks to get a guy who's been a shutdown. And at the time they acquired him, he was a shutdown corner.
Everybody was excited for it.
He just never recovered from that injury. And
you're clearing 18.5 in cap space, getting rid of him.
The Skins have the most or second most available funds going into the proper offseason here, just a shade under 90 million, $89.7 million to spend. So like they can go get legitimately, and anybody that wants to come here, they can bring. If it's just money, like old school Redskins, open up the checkbook. We have the money to sign basically everybody. The only one on that list that I would say would be a priority. I think Trey comes in here and is just an immediate impact, an immediate positive impact on the deal.
Well, I think what's going to happen, more importantly, is you're probably going to go get Linderbaum from the Ravens to be your center, who's a little bit younger and can play better, especially now since we surprisingly we got rid of Badass.
Yeah.
Right. So him being gone.
I didn't love that move, by the way. I thought Tyler played good enough to get.
I think so too. I don't think he played good enough for the money he probably was going to want, especially if you knew Linderbaum was probably going to be a cap casualty, right? So if you can go out and you can get him, probably a push, maybe even a little slightly upgrade. I don't know. I mean, there's a lot of moves that you need to make. The question is still comes down to what are you going to do with pick 7? Sonny Styles was like the darling of the draft, and all the beat reporters want him, and he's like a freak athlete and all of that stuff. But I truly don't know what's going to happen. I mean, we have the money, we have to spend. AP has to go out and do some splash signings and really shore up this roster. I mean, you can't tell me
there's a lot of holes right now. There's a lot of holes.
If you were to look at all the players that weren't tagged today, Walker, Pierce, Odafe Owe, Etienne, Linderbaum, or Hendrickson, if you were to get all of them, right, pick between Walker, Etienne, pick between Odafe or Trey. But if you just go out and just be like
all
shopping spree,
you're
immediately approved. Immediately.
I still don't think Pierce is my least favorite on that entire list. It just is. I think I don't expect Debo. I mean, Debo won't be back, but
Pierce was good when Daniel Jones was playing healthy, and the Colts were 7-1.
But
Pierce is doing some really
good. My fear is like, is Daniel Jones the quarterback we want to be evaluating against?
But what I'm saying is should Pierce be punished that he hasn't had anything good throwing him the ball?
No, I mean, it's very reminiscent of Pierre Garçon. Like, he flashed with the Colts. I forget who was playing quarterback at the time. Was it Manning? Maybe it was end of Manning. I don't know.
End of Manning. No, end of. Yeah, I think he overshadowed Luck a little bit because he came in with RG3.
Maybe. And then, he ended up having a great, 5-year run here in DC. So I can see it. But there are holes everywhere. And for me, the secondary is where they have to focus. Like, the secondary is essential to everything you're trying to do on defense, right? If you can't go man to man, or basically a box and one, right? Like, if you can't find a way to just eat up space in that secondary, you can't generate pressure. You can't, you just have to be able to do something.
It'll be interesting because I truly think the secondary can be way better, way improved if they do get a Trey Hendrickson, or they do truly address.
And I hear you on that too, and I get it.
He has a
one
very busy month ahead.
To do it the way you're describing, FP, which is legitimate as well. You create havoc up front and you force the quarterback into poor decision making, which helps your secondary. I think, though, given especially in our division, you have, with the exception of Hurts, pretty good quarterbacks that you're going to be dealing with more basically half the season. And in the NFC proper, you're going to be going up against, like, if you make it far enough, you're going to be going up against some elite talent there too. Those guys just generally don't, like, Stafford doesn't make a ton of mistakes, even when he's under pressure. He just doesn't.
Yeah.
Right. So the secondary being sound actually creates opportunity for the defense, like that front line, the down lineman, so to speak, to do something, right? If
You'll get a covered. You want more
sacks.
coverage sacks over me wanting generated pressure, and maybe you get your interceptions.
Yeah, I want coverage sacks as opposed to interceptions. Yeah, I think that's actually the perfect way to say it. Like, and who's right? I don't know, but right now they don't do either. So
yeah, I mean, right? You really
pick one.
Yeah, flip a coin.
Right. But what doesn't work? Like, the Seahawks are an exception because they do both, right? But the rest of the defense is like the Rams. The Rams during their first Super Bowl era were generating pressure with Aaron Donald on the line and getting coverage, getting picks in the secondary. If you look at the Ravens during their post Ray Lewis time or era, right? Or even a team like the Bengals, like there are some sound defenses. The Broncos is another one.
Yeah,
stud secondaries, absolute stud secondaries that allow the defense. They give the defense.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you can look at the Bagels and Trey Hendrickson as the perfect example. They had him. The defense still couldn't really do much.
That's fair. That's
and
fair.
He was sack leader. They still really couldn't do much.
Yeah, and you look at the Browns, just 80 miles away from the Bengals, and when you have that type of talent on the defensive line, one man can legit change the game. Did you see him sit by? Did you see when Miles sat down with what's his face, Michael Parsons? You see this interview, Michael Parsons podcast?
No, I didn't see it.
He had Garrett Miles on, and they were talking about going back and forth about like the greatest and this and that and the sack record. And Michael Parsons said something so stupid. He's like, your record will stand because you earned it, but let's not get it twisted. He basically, paraphrasing, said, "I'm the only defensive player in the league that plays across the defensive line." And Garrett just kind of looked at him. He was like, "What?
What does that mean?"
I get sacks from every position. What are you talking about? Like, it was a very awkward moment where Micah said something, like he looked as dumb as he sounds, right? Like he just
that's reminiscent of CJ Stroud saying he's one of the best QBs.
Perfect example.
Like,
what are you watching?
What Kool-Aid are you drinking?
Yeah,
I don't understand.
Exactly right. Yeah, it's I mean, tag day was interesting. I found what the Colts did with what's his face, Indiana Jones. What's his actual name?
Daniel Jones.
I'm exhausted. Daniel Jones. What they did with him was interesting, right? It was basically like a tag butt, right? Like he's guaranteed the tag, except if somebody's willing to pay more, in which case the Colts are allowed to match. I didn't know that was a thing.
I think we had that with Kirk the second go round.
I think so too. But the idea is he makes $37 million guaranteed from the Colts, unless someone's willing to pay $38 million or more. Then the Colts have an opportunity to match it. So the Colts are basically saying, we're not ready to commit to you, but if you flirt with somebody else and they're willing to commit to you,
depending on who it is, we'll save you. No,
not save you. We will force you to stay here, basically.
Yeah.
They'll match his contract. Although I don't know if they match it if he has to take it. That's the piece I wasn't clear on. Right? Like, if the Colts are offering him 37 and let's say the Cardinals offer him 30, can he not take the 30? I don't think he has to stay with the Colts. Like, it's not a tag.
Well, I mean, they still have his rights, right?
I don't know, but he's not tagged. He's tagged.
So they put the transition tag on Daniel Jones,
which allows him to negotiate with other teams.
It's the 7th time since 2013 that they've done the transition tag.
Okay.
Fully guaranteed $37.83 million salary for the 2026 season, which is roughly $6 million cheaper than a standard franchise tag. Okay. So they get right of first refusal. So unlike the franchise tag, the transition tag allows Jones to negotiate with other teams, but the Colts have 5 days to match any offer sheet he signs. So he has to sign it.
Right. But what if it's less? What if he's willing to take less to go play in Florida where there's no tax? That's the piece I'm never clear on with these things, because we always just assume the offer would be better. But what if the offer is less, but he wants to take it anyway? Right? Like if Miami offered him 32.
Well, I don't think they would. I think that they would let him go, because then they know that they're immediately overpaying, because they would still have to stick to
Possibly.
the transition tax
My point is,
price.
I just don't know how it works. Like, if you offer me $5, but I don't want to play for you, and someone else is willing to offer me $3, but I want to play for them. Okay, so they get the right to refuse. They get the right to match that offer, which is less, but I don't want to play for them anyway. I'm not clear on whether he is obligated to play for the Colts unless the new offer exceeds. Like, it's just a gray area because it never happens.
Yeah,
But
why would anyone take less money?
Well, if I'm a GM of one of the teams in Florida and I want a quarterback like the Dolphins, I do the math and I say, well, if you stay with the Colts and they pay you 37, you're actually going to get 24 in your pocket or 22
So
in your
you're
pocket.
playing all the tax shell game.
Yeah, I'm going to pay you 32 and it's actually 32. I'm going to pay you 28 and it's actually 28. Right? Like, why wouldn't you do that? Because everybody, this is the fallacy in the current model. Every team has the same cap,
But not the same taxes.
So the Dolphins spending $300 million is very different than the 49ers spending $300 million.
Yeah.
Right? Because they can go to the same player and say, here, like you signed an offer sheet with whatever team, we can beat the net in your pocket by offering you less on the offer sheet, which means you theoretically have more purchasing power. You follow what I'm saying? Like, their purchasing power is greater in Florida. It's greater in Texas, right? It's greater in New Orleans than it is in New York, than it is in California, right? Vegas is kind of in the middle. Seattle is extremely, like, state of Washington, very high taxes. Like, why would anybody go there, right? Unless you're just competing. Like, it's just an interesting angle to it, right? Like, the money, $300 million isn't $300 million, right? The Florida teams have an advantage here because and Texas teams. But anyway, it'll be interesting to see. I don't think anybody's going to pay him more than 37. Do you disagree? Maybe I'm wrong.
No.
Is he worth 40 or 45? That's Kirk money.
Yeah, I mean,
Kirk can't get that either.
No, but you also have, I think the Cardinals are going to let Kyler Murray go, so you're going to have somebody somewhere thinking they can.
Do you think Kyler lands on a team? Does he get another shot at this, or is he done?
I think he'll get another shot
as a backup, not a starter.
I don't know. It'd be hilarious if he goes to the Panthers and they have the smallest starting QB room, and stack them up in their one real QB. I don't know.
I think he could end up as like he might end up in like.
I can see Kirk going to like Oakland in similar situation to what happened with Atlanta, where they say,
"What team plays in Oakland?"
Oh yeah, sorry, Vegas. Completely forgot.
Yeah,
but I can see him coming in.
Chargers or at the
I can see him coming in, and they're like, "Hey,
St. Louis Rams."
They're more upfront with it. They're like, "We want you on the team,
but
it's your job. But we're going to draft Mendoza, and we want you to be the guy to show him the ropes."
Yeah, very possible. You're very yes. I could also see your boy Kirk going to New Orleans on a cheap.
No, I think New Orleans is happy with Tyler Shugg.
I think so too. But I mean, he's coming from a division rival. It's not going to cost you a lot. Like, Kirk's not going to get another $20 million a season. He's not.
Could he go to Pittsburgh? What's the difference between Aaron Rodgers and Kirk Cousins?
I mean,
in this point in both their careers,
they're the same guy. But honestly, that might be better for a team that thinks that they're actually able to contend. Like, why would they try? Like, is Aaron coming back for sure? I don't even know if that's been decided.
I highly doubt it.
But like Kirk, if he wants a ring, right, go be a backup in Seattle. Go be a backup in. Go to LA. Like, go. I mean, he is legit BFFs with your boy McVay. Just go.
I mean, you could also have the Niners. They'll probably get a good offer from Mac Jones, and maybe they need Kirk to come in when Brock Purdy eventually gets injured.
How many head coaches around the league, except Kevin O'Connell, because he's already done that. He's already been down that road. How many of them have firsthand experience with Kirk?
Yeah,
the Chargers,
the Rams, the Niners,
The Niners.
now the Titans.
You're right. Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. Did LaFleur get signed somewhere? Was he the coach somewhere? Where's he coaching?
LaFleur's still Green Bay, but his brother is OC.
Oh yeah, the brother. The brother. That's right.
Brother's OC for the. I don't know who
He was the Rams, and now he went somewhere else.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I think LaFleur had first hand or was
LaFleur did.
Yeah, but I mean, he played in all those places. He's playing behind somebody. But if he wants a ring, like that's the only way to do it now, right? Unless he's going to go to Buffalo.
I mean, Kirk to Miami is not necessarily a bad thing. I think that's an upgrade for Miami.
Is it?
If with those weapons, yeah.
Well, I mean, Tyreek probably isn't coming back, so you got
Tyreek's not coming back.
Who-
But just Waddle, and HN is plenty of weapons for Kirk.
yeah. I mean, it's
Warm weather games for him. Weak division. All he has to worry about is
But at that point, why not go to a Tampa and just back up Baker, right? You'll play. He'll start 3-4 games, on a competitive team, right? That has a shot at.
Will they be competitive? They're not going to have Mike Evans back.
I don't know. See, like you were talking about Alec Pierce. I'd rather have. Yeah, hold on. LP's telling me Mike LaFleur is the head coach of the Cards.
Oh yeah,
right. The Packers fired him. Let me get LP.
No, that's brother.
Matt or Mike? LP
Matt is
Green
Bay. Yeah, Mike is brother to Matt.
Matt is the Green Bay guy. Mike is the OC, who's now the head coach of the Cardinals.
I forgot that the Cardinals hired
He got
him.
the head coach job in Arizona.
Yes,
Right.
he was on McVay's staff as like one of the passing coordinators, the
Yes.
position that Cliff just took.
Yes.
Yes.
Is that right? Yeah, they're brothers, Mike and Matt.
Correct.
This is LP's wheelhouse. LP loves.
I know. LP's
knowing coaching trees.
He's not just
Well, this
that.
is the only way I could get into the studio. I was
he
going
loves
to
to
sit in the
call out
green
the
room for the
errors.
rest of the show here.
Yeah,
I had to provide something.
First time, long time, just loves to call out the errors. He's stat. He's just coming in here, flamethrowing everybody. Yeah,
He's great at coaching trees and random memories of.
I mean, listen,
records. I don't know.
truthfully, LP, we
This
were
has
about
been
to
our Super Bowl for 20 years. The offseason.
I mean, that's true, but don't say that too loud because FP gets really pissed when you relive Redskins trauma. But I mean, the reality is we're trauma bonded. So like this is what we do here, FP. All right, LP, we're about to wrap the show. Is there a player that didn't get tagged that you would want to see immediately in in the red and yellow, as Zorn would say?
I liked a lot of the guys that didn't get tagged today, the ones that were in the chat.
Well, FP
Kenneth
wants
Walker,
them all.
I mean,
I knew he was going to say Kenneth Walker.
Well,
I do.
I would
want
actually
them
take Travis Etienne.
That's
over
what I
Kenneth
said.
Walker.
I'm in on. I think
He
Etienne
seems too gimmicky. I want somebody that's really good at pass
Kenneth
pro.
Walker's not going to be hungry. He's already won the Super Bowl. It's over.
I think Kenneth
He was
Walker's
MVP.
just going to be better at pass pro, and I think you need somebody better at pass pro.
I mean, I don't disagree with that. I don't disagree with that. I don't know. The Skins keep just promoting people that were already in the building. I really didn't want to do this, but FB, doesn't it just feel a little bit like the Zorn situation? He's hired to be the OC, and then 2 days later, Dan Snyder cuts on the microphone and says, "Our guy was always in the building." And then,
Did you see all of the scouting combine interviews where?
No, because I don't watch the combine. No.
Okay, but you're on Twitter.
Occasionally,
You didn't see the quick takes of Campbell.
I'm watching Iran news
and BJ and everybody saying, "Yeah, Blau is the guy. Blau is the next guy. Blau is the next wave."
Yeah, I saw. I mean, and it's encouraging that they were hopefully out in front of the wave as opposed to getting crushed by it or just losing a guy back to the Lions. I mean, it is. We know he was going back to the Lions, so like this was a necessary change. I am surprised though that Cliff has no value in the league right now.
I mean,
but he got assistant head coach title.
Yeah, that's
his title, which is
we talked about it last week. It's Al Saunders. He's calling bingo. Does he have approval? Like, can he approve a play? Does he not?
Is he just going to listen to the communication between
McVay? Yeah, McVay is now like NFL head coaching Viagra. Like he is a necessary stop for people that are long in the tooth that need to kind of like get younger or more aggressive in their play calling. McVay is considered the best, and his staff, his tree, so to speak, LP is so wide reaching at this point, right? Like who hasn't done time on McVay's staff? Everybody has, right? Everybody has.
Yeah.
So, and he just keeps kind of
saying this for Cliff to get his name out there, rebuild his brand a little bit.
I think he has to. I don't think what he put on film with Jaden in year 1 helps. Everything from year 2 does not. It's a net neutral at best, in my opinion, or maybe a little bit of a regression in year 2.
I don't know. I mean, they were still middle of the pack on most of the standings, and
There's
he
no
was
offensive
trotting out Marcus Mariota and
but no
5
no
weeks
offensive
there was
no
like
offensive
who was the
creativity.
number 1 receiver?
Well, it doesn't matter. Debo played the majority of the season and touched the ball inexplicably, like on less than 15% of the plays, right? Like there was just not an emphasis on getting your studs the ball, right? That's the difference between the, I think the contenders and the non-contenders, right? Smith and Jigba's going to touch the ball a billion times. He just is. And the inability to get creative with the play calling when you have Terry, like I'm kind of tired of Terry running go routes all the time. Like he can do other stuff. He has to do other stuff because that top end speed is gone. It just is. That's why I wouldn't mind seeing a Mike Evans here. Fine, let's try. Right, a big body who's going to cross the middle of the field, catch the ball, and fall down. Like that's fine by me.
Isn't that what you complained about Zach Ertz all season?
Well, Zach Ertz has a way of getting 5 yards when he needs 6 or 3 when he needs 4. That's the problem with Zach Ertz.
Fair.
But it looks like they're gonna keep him on. I mean, he's rehabbing, he's progressing nicely. I mean, I
he's
hope
not under contract though.
I can see him going back to the
contract.
Eagles and retiring an Eagle.
I was gonna say I could see him going to the Cardinals, but if he wants to win, like his best shot at winning is staying here in some limited capacity.
I think he wants to be here.
I think he wants to be here too. I think he sees Jaden for what he can be, right? But who knows, man?
The problem is, are you going to use a 50+ spot on Zach Ertz, who is never going to play special teams?
I mean, I would.
You have to do something. Like he's not going to be healthy on week 1, so you have to do something.
He can still run He can still run across and catch. Like if you go get somebody like an Alec Pierce, like FP was saying earlier, then you have to have a guy like Ertz. You have to have a steady-handed veteran who understands how to sit in a pocket and get 5 yards.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is his injury was so late in the season, he's not going to be ready week 1.
Yeah, so they'll put him on the pup list, and he'll just sit there until Halloween or maybe Thanksgiving, and then they'll activate him or see what they got. I mean, a lot can happen. Listen, Ron Rivera might not be the coach by October if he starts out the way that he started this past season.
I mean,
right? If he's just standing there, if stupid DQ's just standing there with his backwards hat and his arms crossed on the sideline, they can't waste another season on him. Can't do it.
He never has his arm crossed.
He always has his arm crossed with the dad hat.
Don't get into it with Joe. Listen, can we talk about? There's another coaching change. Is that
LP doesn't see it because he's on the 3-hour tape delay and just fast forwards between all the plays, so he doesn't see it.
No, I mean, FP and I actually we didn't this year, but most years we watch live.
Yeah. Well, the prime times killed us. Honestly, the best thing that happened out of last season is we're not going to have prime time. But we are going to London.
So
that was something we mentioned.
That depending on the weekend, we very much could be they're playing in the Hotspur Stadium. That's on a Sunday. The day before it, there's a high probability it will be Arsenal weekend.
That would be amazing.
I think I have to go to that.
I don't even care about the EPL, but that would be amazing.
That would be something. That would really be a special weekend if we can make it happen. We'll call our boy Pat, tell him to take the train, tell him to take the tube and come down to London.
That'd be a fun weekend. That would be a fun weekend.
More than Madrid, in my opinion, personally. I mean, we're excited about the Madrid game, but even if Ron, I keep calling him Ron, even if Dan Q is coaching a stinker team, that trip would be worth it. That trip would be worth it. I think so.
Hopefully it's early in the season. It would be better if it's early in the season.
I agree. FP, anything else you want to get into?
I mean, I'm ready to glaze more coaching hires that the Commanders did. I really do like. I like the David Rye hiring as our pass game coordinator.
I can't believe I'm asking why.
Tell me why. Tell me
Listen,
why you're out on him.
I'm out on all of. There's too many coaches. There's too many coaches. There's a point of diminishing return where there's just too many voices in the room. Like how many managers could you possibly need? There's 11 players on the field at a time. How can you have 15 coaches for 11 players?
They're different position groups.
Yeah, there's coaches and there's
That's
coordinators.
the standard of the NFL.
How
But
many
there's one.
There's a project
one leader.
manager, there's a deputy project manager, there's a task monitor, there's a lead.
But there's one person performing the task. One.
No, there's a group that they coach the whole group.
Your pass game coordinator is talking to the people that catch passes. That
on
would be your
Sunday,
receivers and your tight ends.
On Sunday. What do they do on Sunday?
On Sunday, their job.
On Sunday, it goes to the
pass. Okay, let me ask it differently. What does the pass game coordinator do on Sunday?
The week? Who cares about Sunday? We're talking about practice.
Their job is Monday through Saturday.
Yes, all of the good
They're
teams,
coaches, not players.
All of the good teams that win games have really good practices.
The modern hospital in America has 4 doctors and 80 administrative staff managing the 4 doctors. The modern NFL team is the exact same way. There's too many people. There's too many voices. You have so tight end coach number 1 comes in and says, "Hey, we're gonna work on X, Y, or Z." Then the passing game coordinator comes in and says, "Well, that's great, but we're gonna install, the jumbo 11 package and run two tight ends at the same time against the Eagles because of XYZ." And the offensive coordinator comes in and says, "Hey, you 2 fatties are going to be out there, but we're never going to call a play to you because the linebackers are faster than you." So
you're thinking bottom up. It's the other way around.
I'm always
DQ is going to sit with his coordinators and they'll be like, "Okay, this is Cowboys week. We know what we have with Dak. We know what we have with their defense. We know what we have with XYZ. This is how we need to attack the team. What do you think?" Right? Blau comes in and he goes, "The offense can attack that defense by doing XYZ." Right? Okay. Durante Jones comes in and he says, "We can attack Dak and CD and Pickens by doing XYZ." Right? Comes up with the game plan. Then Blau goes to David Rye and he's like, "Okay, this is the game plan." Right? Go talk to the receivers, go talk to the tight ends, get them ready, let them know that this is what we're going to do. These are the plays we're going to rep. This is what we're going to run in practice. These are the plays in our playbook that they need to familiarize themselves with this week, right? And work with them to make sure that they are ready for the game plan of the week, right? So
why are you high on David Rye?
This is all on Monday, FP? Monday, Tuesday?
Through the week.
So what did they do on Sunday?
I think FP's overcomplicating it.
I'm not over
position coaches. Teach technique.
I was digging what FP was saying. That FP just laid out a business model that makes sense to me.
That's exactly what happens.
Anyways, why are we talking about this when every NFL team does it?
I was just saying, I am high on Rye because of his background.
He has more coaches on his staff than most. It's a lot of suits, man. There's a lot of.
What are the facts on that?
No. That's not true.
Well, Tomlin notoriously had the least amount of assistant coaches because he didn't want a bunch of. Some people would say that he didn't want a bunch of dissenting voices, but he just didn't want a lot of voices in the room. Like how can DQ be the dominant voice in the room when there's 80 other coaches that have a say? Like who is actually
he is the coach?
But
think about it.
He's not in charge of anything.
He's in charge of everything that happens.
Yes. But he's diminished in that sense because he never speaks. Like, what does he do? What does he actually do?
What do you think happens Sunday night to Saturday night for an NFL team? What do you think? What do you think happens? They just sit all week and they watch film.
I don't know, FP, but it just seems like there's too many people, too many whistles.
No.
Right? Look at Ted Lasso. Ted Lasso coached an entire soccer team with him, Beard, and Nate. 3. And then he added Roy. 4 coaches for a roster of 25 people. How can DQ have
so multiply
100
by
coaches?
2, you have 8 coaches for a roster of 51 people. Is that so absurd to you?
No, 8 is a reasonable number, but you have defensive backs coach, you have cornerbacks coach, you have safety position whatever coach, then you have the defensive passing game coordinator, then you have the defensive coordinator, then you have DQ.
No, you're pulling fake positions out of your butt because you don't know what's actually happening.
Who's responsible for preparing the film? Game
Intern.
is that one of the coordinators?
The coordinators will be responsible going over it. Their intern or their whatever fake little coach is going to be the guy that gets everything ready for them. It's
Like the
normal
media guy?
practice.
Not the media guy. Like McVay and Mike McDaniel both were responsible for like advanced team film at one point, and then they became like tight ends coach, and then they kind of worked their way from there. They were responsible for film under Gruden.
Okay.
That's what I'm asking. I'm saying, like, is that what the passing game coordinator does now? Is that just a fancy title for scout the next team and cut up all the video?
No, that would be the scouts.
Okay, so it's totally different again.
Yes, there's multiple.
My fear, my point here, FP, is I fear too many voices in the room. And
No.
there's 8 people telling Zach Ertz how to play.
Every position group has their own room. You've watched Hard Knocks.
I
Yes?
did. Yeah,
Every
I saw.
position group sits amongst themselves and they discuss what their position group needs to do. So the linemen sit together, the linebackers sit together, the secondary sits together, the receivers sit together,
Okay,
the tight ends sit together, the running backs sit together, the linemen sit together. They all
What
sit
if-
together in their own
what
room
if-
and they talk
what
to
if-
their coach.
Okay,
And
when
they're
I'm
all
a head
getting the
coach,
same message from a coordinator.
okay,
and from
just
the head
relax,
coach.
just relax. When I'm a head coach, I don't want to do it this way. I want my whole team in one
Okay,
room,
you and Roy
and then I
Kent
want-
can coach up.
and I want only
22
the offense in a room and only the defense in a room.
The point I was trying to make is Rye. I like his resume because he was on the Cardinals and he worked with Larry Fitzgerald. He worked with Prime D Hop. He was on the Packers when they were really, really good from 2014 to 2018. He has been around really good teams, and I like promoting from within. And I think he can pull out a lot from a Bates, from a Sinnott, from an Ertz if he comes back, from a rookie if you draft him. I think he knows what it takes. He's also a big white football player from Iowa, right? Like that's how he started.
Yeah,
So
I
he
mean,
They have
knows the
22
position.
coaches. There's 22
That's-
coaches.
that's a lot of freaking coaches.
Do you have the
There's
positions?
a lot
Give
more
me
on
the
the
positions.
offense.
The position
Offensive
what do you want?
coordinator, assistant receivers and returners, wide receivers,
my God.
assistant QBs, running backs, assistant running backs, offensive
every
pass game
coach has an
coordinator,
assistant coach.
offensive
Yes.
line, tight ends, defense, offensive quality control, offensive line, Wes Welker, offensive assistant, DJ Williams, quarterbacks coach.
Wes Welker is on the roster of coaches.
Yes,
Say Wes
he's
Welker.
the offensive assistant.
Oh, that's interesting. Okay,
And Anthony Lynn is still here as a running back coach.
I'm surprised because he was getting some run for.
I mean, he was
for
a head
OC.
coach just 3
It
years
feels
ago.
like yesterday. Yeah.
The average NFL team has 20 to 28 coaches. So if we're at 22, we're on the lower end of that spectrum.
Oh, Ken
So
Norton
you
Jr.
just-
still around.
And you just
So
disagree
that
with me.
means,
FP, that
Bobby
it
Wagner's
doesn't-
probably back.
It doesn't diminish
No.
DQ's voice in the room.
Leadership, coordinators, position coaches, support staff,
Player.
player.
Who is most likely to take over for DQ when he's fired?
He won't be fired. We're going to win the Super Bowl.
I mean, yeah, you know what?
I think he
It's,
set up his staff
I kind of like it. He set up. Go ahead, LP. I think I know what you're going to say. He set up his staff to.
to not have a replacement.
Yeah.
Like, are you gonna go to?
Yeah. Who are you gonna
Who
promote?
are you getting? Durante Jones.
I mean, it's
I mean,
gotta
I
be
guess
Blount,
Anthony
though.
Lynn.
Lynn could be interim. Somebody with experience doing it, but
I
Yeah,
just from like a contractor world point of view, there's still the big voice that oversees everything, right?
Yeah.
That's the liaison to the ownership, to the front office, right? That's going to be DQ, oversees everything, right? And all of your little minions and their minions and the minions of the minions, they all, though the goal of the head coach is be on the same page, have the same message, have the same game plan. It's normal, right? Think about your own
You know what's
personal work
crazy?
experience. You have that. There's no way that somebody like you at the very top of the pyramid can be bogged down by needing to talk to the
But
guy that does your analytics,
it's
your
funny you
AI
bring this
film
up, right?
review.
It's funny you bring this up because my predecessor had 5 deputies. I currently refuse to expand beyond 2.
Would your life be a little bit easier
No,
if you had maybe one more deputy?
no.
No.
No, because these two are trained to replace me. They're
Do
not.
they have people that are very helpful to them that make them
one.
better at their jobs?
They each have one. Yeah.
Okay, so then you're over 4 people.
I mean, I'm.
You're
there's
over
a lot-
everyone,
there's a lot,
but there's 4 in the block under you in the pyramid,
yeah,
and then it keeps growing.
but they're not allowed to talk to me. Like I'm
Exactly.
very firm. Like you know, like yeah, I've adopted some things from the Dan Snyder era. Like you
But
don't.
it's exactly.
Look me in the
But that's
eyeballs
the
when
point.
we walk past each other in the hallway. You don't know me.
I don't want my analytics guy to distract Dan Quinn by talking to him about some bullshit problem. I don't.
I mean,
Looking at this staff, I see a problem. There is no assistant head coach. Like everyone has an assistant head coach. He doesn't have one.
He has 2 half assistant coaches. It's
he has
just
2, yeah.
coordinators.
No, there's no assistant. There's no
But
assistant.
we just said the same
coach.
thing with Cliff. It's a fake title. That's a position you don't need. That I'll agree with Joe.
assistant.
No,
That's
but
something
it's
you
a-
don't need.
Nothing.
It's a promotion thing where it's like, in the NFL, you can't get out of your contract to go laterally. So you would promote to assistant head coach. So that's not a lateral.
Only you would know something. Like that.
That's
Is
LP's
that even
wheelhouse.
true? Is that even true?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't leave for a lateral
That,
position.
that's why
So that's why
Adam Peters did not get vice president yet, because he's got one more step. So they can promote him to vice president so that he can't go anywhere else in the league unless it's
If
fired
somebody
or
comes out, if we win the Super Bowl this year,
he can't get out of his contract
right?
unless he's fired or
you
his
would have to
contract
be
expires.
promoted.
He would get promoted.
Oh, that's interesting. So you get to the
So
top
actually-
and you basically can't leave.
Correct. Unless your contract's up. You
Right.
gotta-
I get it.
Or fired.
Sign your contract. Yeah.
So Joe Witt came over here, but he couldn't go from D coordinator. He wasn't D coordinator, but he had to come over as in a promotionary
Assistant head coach and D coordinator.
or
Yeah.
just D coordinator because he wasn't D coordinator. He was like passing. He was
Yeah,
linebackers passing game or whatever it was. That's interesting.
Defensive pass coordinator. Yes.
Yeah.
It's I
Did,
guess
he,
it makes sense
did he
because
land
everyone's so low that you don't want to give them assistant head coach titles.
did he land somewhere? By the way, did Witt?
No.
No. Your boy Bieniemy's back in the league though.
Benny was in the league last year.
Wait, he was up
he was-
there
he was
UCLA.
UCLA.
He was the running backs coach for the Bears. You guys challenged me on this last time, and I was right.
Are you sure?
Don't believe me. He was the running backs coach.
But
for
he's
the
going
Bears
back
last
to KC
season.
now, right? Where's he going now?
He's going back to OC.
OC,
OC at
which
KC,
is a promotion.
right? He's
Yeah.
Kansas City. Yeah. Are you following the Bears leaving Chicago?
Yeah,
11
Joe Witt
miles.
is went to the Steelers.
To do what?
Assistant head coach and secondary coach.
Oh my God. Okay, he's not deserving of that.
I think the Bears are pulling a Leonsis, and they're not actually trying to leave. They're just trying to get money to redo Soldier Field.
But Soldier Field is not that old. I mean, it was just redone. I mean, it's less than 10.
From the outside, it looks nice. From the inside, it's getting run down.
Maybe. Everyone.
But I think they're just playing politics. They just want money given to them without having to leave.
Can't blame them.
Nobody's going to Gary, Indiana, or whatever the other place is.
It wasn't Gary. It was like Berryfield. It's like 11 miles over the line.
Yeah.
It's a Raul John to DC situation.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Anything else you guys want to plug? LP, you go first. Thanks for popping on. Anything you want to plug? Go Gunners.
You guys already know what I'm going to talk about.
I mean, EPL is on
I'll just-
fire
I'll
right
just-
now. EPL is
I'll just
awesome
skip.
right now.
The MLS. DC
course.
United is how many wins?
1-1.
1-1.
That's big.
Yeah,
1-1. We beat the number one team.
Sure.
They're
Okay.
pulling. They're pulling in.
They're playing Messi this weekend in at Raven Stadium,
in
whatever it's called, M&T Bank.
Is Messi actually playing?
PSI
He
next.
should be.
Yeah, Messi should play. Yeah, he should be.
Yeah, he should be.
He should be. FP, anything you want to plug?
Disgusting.
F1.
Yeah, I'm telling you, watch the first 4 episodes of the newest season.
Hey,
And
I
you
know
will
you're
get-
really busy. Clear 4 hours. of
Can
your
I go
schedule in
back?
the
I got
next
something
3 days.
bigger. I don't know if you guys talked about it or not. Trey Young's playing on Thursday.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
mentioned that.
Yeah, go listen to the first 15 minutes of the show.
Actually, the first 15 minutes was all travel talk.
Actually, it was a great 15 minutes. It was a great 15 minutes. We'll see what the AI has to say about Joe and FP's takes on air travel and further segmenting making it unreachable for the poors. But FP, what do you want to plug?
That's it. Just I'm ready for F1. You got to do it.
F1. All right. Well, thank you, boys, for making time. I'm not plugging anything except the Patreon. Thank you to everybody that's gone over there and subscribed. Really appreciate it. Our numbers are steadily growing over there. We really do appreciate it. OMC 23 actually killed. Thank you, everybody that downloaded that and listened to it. We're working on 24. FP, can we confirm the movies? We'd love to get LP's take on this too. We've got, I've been hard on the Ace Ventura 2, When Nature Calls. Terminator 2 was thrown out there. Godfather 2 was thrown out there. What else did I see in that list?
Dark Knight.
The Dark Knight that came in from 20. Do you have an entry that you want to roll with for the next OMC? I think we pick 2. We do 2 movies, 15 minutes each. That's my suggestion.
And it has to be better than the first one.
Sequels. It just has to be a sequel. I think sequel that's better than the original is a good way to do it. Die Hard 2, it makes the list. Lethal Weapon 2 is pretty solid.
Might go John Wick 2.
I've never seen John Wick 2.
You really?
No, I've never seen it.
You need to watch the whole universe, but yeah, it's good.
Do you want to do John Wick 2? And I really want to do Ace Ventura. We need a.
I'm gonna defer to whatever's on streaming.
Ace is not on streaming. It's gonna cost $4 to rent.
It's a hard sell.
Oh my god! I'll give you the $4, man. Are you kidding me? Oh my
It's a
god!
hard sell.
Can we set the movies by the end of the week?
Yeah, that's no problem.
Maybe knock them out. And we'll see if we can sneak in OMC at some point next week.
If you're gonna make me watch 2 to 3 movies, I'm gonna make you watch 4 episodes of Drive to Survive.
Okay, why don't we do this? Why don't we review the first 4 episodes of Drive to Survive, or at least the first 1 or 2, and 2 movies?
Deal.
Why don't you guys talk about Night Agent? Did anybody watch that series?
It's old. Yeah, that's why.
LP
No, the season 3 just came out.
discovered that when there's no
It just
sports
came
on
out
TV,
season 3, like 17 days ago.
Yes, season 1 was acceptable, and season 2 was atrocious, and no one's watching season 3 except you.
listen, you got to give him a break. LP tape delayed central over here. Just realize that when sports isn't on TV, Netflix has TV shows, and they're good.
Has TV shows, exactly.
I watched 3 series in 3 weeks. So
Did you catch up on
that's
Tehran?
the most TV I've ever watched.
I am caught up on
Sports.
Tehran.
I could do an OMC on Tehran, especially in
That
how
was
it.
a great.
how
That was
it's-
a great season finale.
Yes, I think that I could get it. I could do a solid 20 minutes on season 3.
Yeah, that was really good.
I am gonna start Hijack. I think this week as well. I think that's on my to-do list.
Season 2's hard for me to get through.
What's
season
Tehran
1
about?
Tehran
Tehran's
is
about
Similar
Tehran.
to
it's about Tehran. It's amazing.
It's about the Mossad versus the IRGC.
Did you ever watch a FX show called Tyrant?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's that but better.
Yes.
That was an
I miss
excellent.
Tyrant.
That was a good show.
Yeah.
That was a good show. A lot of hotties in that one too, but a lot of smoke shows. All right, I think we're done. Are we done?
We are done.
All right, we're done. Thank you for hanging out with us. Episode 374 is in the books. We will catch you next week. Be on the lookout for an OMC 24 announcement. We'll post the movies so you can watch along, and then join us on the discussion. We appreciate everyone for hanging out with us. Find us on Patreon if you haven't already. We will see you next week.